Alright, so yeah, the video for today. I know I haven't been making many videos because, well, I've been busy, okay? I've been busy doing some other stuff. Don't worry, I'll make some more videos soon. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep making funny videos or do some more serious ones. We'll see. I still have to finish the eBay Amazon dropshipping program. At the current state, like, it's totally usable. I just want to cover how to fulfill the orders, how to actually ship the orders out once you get orders in, and also go over just some other tips and tricks. And yes, I know also social media I've been slacking, but I'll actually post an update as to how I've been able to grow my social media. It's been a little slow, but it's not something that's unimpressive, so I'll share those numbers in the future as well. But for today, I wanted to talk about drawing state from within. This is a common course of discussion within, like, the I don't even know what to call it, like, oh, I guess the personal development community. Drawing state from within, not letting external circumstances affect you, things like that. Tony Robbins says nothing can upset you except yourself. And myriads of old wisdom like Confucius, the Tao Te Ching, all allude to being able to draw state from within. That basically means, again, not letting external circumstances bother you. Well, I do not think that it is entirely possible to let external circumstances bother you. Being humans, we live in an internal and an external world. I don't think it's as black and white as completely cutting yourself from external experience, and I don't think that's even healthy at all. But it is true, it is important to be able to draw state from within, to be able to basically be yourself all the time. So what does that mean? So what's the opposite of drawing state from within? Well, this is what the majority of people live by. It's they're always the effect. They're always at the effect of things. So let's say you lose your job, now you're jobless, you're at the effect. Let's say someone cuts in front of you in line, you get angry, you're at the effect. You're at the effect of things, you're not the cause. You're not responsible for how you respond. Yeah, you're not responsible for how you respond. You let external things affect you. So, like, let's say your favorite TV show gets canceled, you'll be super mad or pissed. Like, someone makes fun of you, you really let it hurt yourself. But in fact, in reality, the only thing that can hurt you is you. You're the one who gives meaning and labels to what happens in life. And that is actually how negative emotions come to fruition. For example, I'll give you a scenario. Let's say there's a person and there's two people. One's like a broke homeless person who does not have readily access to food, and another person is a kid who prefers to eat, let's say, watermelon as opposed to orange. Well, if you give that kid an orange, he's gonna be pissed because he wants watermelons, okay? But if you give that homeless person an orange, he'll be super happy because he hasn't eaten all day. It's the same circumstance, just a different reaction. So that's why drawing state from within is an important concept in life, because whatever happens to you is not really the end of the story. The end of the story is actually, that's when the story begins. So whenever something happens to you, that's when the story begins. Your story begins, pretty much. Your story and your meanings that you give to the event. For example, the same story, getting an orange, could have two different meanings. For one person, it's a blessing. Another person's, it's a nuisance or something that's detrimental because they don't like oranges, they like watermelons. And you might be thinking, though, well, you just can't apply to everything in life. There's just some things I dislike and like. There's other things that other people dislike and like, which is true. I'm not going to argue that people have different characteristics, and ultimately we're all very different. That's what makes part of living so fun. But by being able to draw a state from within, being able to choose how you respond to events in life, whether they are positive or negative, it gives you more freedom and it gives you a better sense of self. Instead of you being like this caricature or person who's like, let's say you're someone who you're someone who like detests top 40 music, okay? So like you cannot stand top 40 music at all. So whenever you hear it, you like you're just like irritated, you know? Instead of being top 40 music's fucking everywhere. If you're going to go to the mall, you're gonna hear it. So now you're gonna have to base your whole life around either being irritated or having to avoid top 40 music. Instead of you doing that, why don't you just draw state from within? Say to yourself, okay, I don't really like top 40 music, but if I hear it, I just won't get irritated. I'll just respond by saying it's just music I don't like, instead of having this very big emotional reaction. So it's not that you totally have to get rid of your dislikes or likes, it's just how you respond to it. I don't like it when people cut me off in line either, but I don't lose my shit. I don't snap at them, or it doesn't ruin my whole day. It doesn't really matter that much. Like, I'll be slightly irritated for a while, but after that, it's just gone. And if you're thinking, well, no, I've always been at the effect at things, I can't control this, what happens to me, I can't control my emotions. I'll think back to when you're a kid. Kids are great at drawing state from within. You tell a kid no 100 times, he doesn't give a shit. He's gonna keep trying to get that yes out of you. Like when kids beg their parents to buy them something, they're drawing state from within. They're not letting the external circumstance of their parents saying no stop them from trying to get what they want with candy. They just keep going. They just keep saying no. Same with babies. They just because they fall down, they don't attach the meaning that, oh, every time I try to walk, I'm gonna fall. No, they're drawing state from within, even though they don't know it because they're just little babies. But that's essentially what they're doing. But over time, we get conditioned to be to attach our emotions and our feelings to external circumstances. Like when you look at kids don't really care if it's a rainy day or a sunny day. For them, it has no difference, right? They don't give a shit. They'll play in the rain anyways. And in fact, some kids really like the rain. It's fun for them. But over time, you're conditioned. Oh no, stay out of the rain. Oh, rainy day sucks. And it's been conditioned into you to actually be like, oh, when it's sunny, I should be happy. When it's rainy, it sucks. Another example is grades. Grades was a great way that you've been conditioned to draw state from within. When you're a kid, like grade 1 or 2, they're so hard to control because they don't really give a crap if you give them a gold star or if they get an A or a B or a C. It's over time that we attached positive emotions to getting A, B, or C, and negative emotions to getting B's, I guess C's too if your parents are Asian like me. That makes them want to get that external validation, get that state from outside. So again, this just means, to boil it down to you, it's just that drawing state from within means that regardless of external circumstances, you're able to emotionally and mentally, I guess, respond in a way that's not I wouldn't even say negative or positive. It's in a way that's a bit more, not even negative or positive. It's just in a way that you can manage yourself properly, as opposed to being in a state where you can't manage it properly. Like that's why people get really fucking angry over little stupid shit. Or road rage is another good example, where people are getting super pissed on the road over people cutting them off because they can't manage and respond to those external stimulus as someone cutting them off in their car, and they'll just get really fucking mad. That's pretty much the video for today. So how can we manage ourselves in a healthier way so that we can respond to the external environment without having to harm other people or ourselves? Well, what I like to say is you can either express what you're feeling or you can project it. So what does that mean? Let's say someone does cut you off when you're driving and it's in a very dangerous way and they shouldn't have done it. Well, you can either project that anger onto yourself and everyone around you by going, oh, that guy's a fucking idiot, what a shitbox. Start getting mad, swearing, feeding into the anger, which is basically you projecting your emotions. Start yelling at your spouse, you're a dumb bitch. I don't know if you don't say that, but I've seen that happen. Some people get really road rage. Just like, oh, nothing ever works when you're here. Or you can just express yourself in a healthy manner. Oh, well, that guy should not have done that, and I feel irritated that happened. Both ways you're still feeling the emotion, but one is you're feeding into it. You're expanding it. You're focusing on how bad it is, and it's just this downward spiral. The other one is actually more honest and more vulnerable. Oh, I feel irritated. This sucks. and you're taking the responsibility to respond to yourself in a healthy way. Again, one road rage example is you projecting. You don't want to take the responsibility of feeling these emotions, so you blame other people, blame your car, you blame the other person, you blame your spouse. The other, which is expressing, you take charge of the only thing that you can, which is your own emotions, and you just say, oh well, I feel shitty about this kind of sucks, but that's pretty much it. That's all I can do. I can't control that person. I just feel like shit. The other thing that you do, which is when you project your emotions, you're trying to control everyone by like yelling at them, basically saying, oh, what an asshole, he's an idiot. But in truth, he's probably not even going to listen to you, and no one even cares. You're trying to put the responsibility of these negative emotions onto other people instead of you just putting them on yourself and expressing them by saying, oh, this sucked. That's pretty much it for today. So there's actually some good books on this that I'll actually post below that talks about, and some videos too, that talks about how you can start to draw a state from within. Don't let the things outside affect you, and that'll allow you to get through things like rejections, objections, get through even your own self, getting over yourself in life as well. Again, have a great day and live the life that you want to live.